TJ could not be in the running for Skater of the Year. He's the Skater of the Year.
Well, Nyjah won our poll.
People voted you fucking Skater of the Year.
Alright, so I guess I am doing a final part 3 for Nyjah and Tyshawn SOTY 2022 series. Alright, let's get straight into the dark and controversial with Nyjah and use our Batman detective investigation skills to try and draw rational speculations. I repeat, speculations and not absolute conclusions around the accusations that still get constantly brought up. I will try to be as careful as possible when talking about all of this. So aside from a random post on Slap message boards, which are very questionable in their reliability, as it could be literally anyone with any sort of intention. Let's take a magnifying glass to the alarming tweets from the girl on Twitter, which is the most alarming of the apparent evidence, who accused Nyjah. While you can read through all of this yourself, what I find to be odd is that in the first tweet, she is 16 years old, and then in the second tweet that was made on the same day, she is barely 19. While that could be explained as being a typo, to me that just sets off a red flag, because if it is not a typo, it's designed to present Nyjah in the worst light possible. What I find somewhat odd about this is Nyjah generally never appeared to struggle getting chicks. Dude has had good-looking chicks on sessions for literally a decade. The behavior explained in here seems a bit odd to me. Very specific detail for someone who was throwing up and blackout drunk. Maybe it did happen, and I deeply apologize for skepticism if that is the case. Again, I can only speculate. No charges have actually happened with any of it. So people online maybe should stop acting like they did and acknowledge that Nyjah has always had a target on his back regardless. In the age of Me Too, this person simply going public to any media source like TMZ or something would be an extremely easy thing to do, and I don't understand why that never happened if that is the case.
It doesn't really ring like skateboarding to me at all.
Did that actually happen, or?
I don't know if it happened. I mean, I've heard all sorts of weird shit about him and his friends doing whatever goes on in his house. I guess if I can say anything, I heard there's like a tape of him like raping some chick or something, him and some of his friends, something like that.
God damn, yo.
Jesus, fuck. The hell is he thinking?
Probably not a lot.
That's true.
I mean, I hate to laugh about something or even bring it up, but that's just, I've heard that story from so many people, and like,
jeez,
it's like a videotape going around. I don't know.
And the other piece of supposed evidence is Chima talking about some tape, which is him just really repeating the shit that was stated on the random Slap message boards that became the rumors that were passed around. If such a physical thing actually existed, and so many people have seen it and are aware of it, why after so much time passing has there been no charges, no court cases, no nothing? We live in an internet social media age. Chima just loosely stating this shit publicly is pretty wild in my opinion. Clearly there is beef between the two. I personally think guilty until proven innocent is not a good thing to apply to society in general.
2017 life, yo.
That's not the 2017 life.
No, sorry. I meant like cameras and shit.
Oh,
like,
shit's everywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing, can't hide anything.
Yeah, you can't do anything without getting caught for it, I guess.
Can't even get a throat tat without getting chirped about it, man.
Well, if that is the case, guys, why has nothing happened with this apparent tape? It just seems beyond reckless to loosely talk about something like that. And like Gifted Hater stated before his video disappeared, if people at Thrasher are reluctant to give Nyjah SOTY because of the controversy and the accusations, then why use his image and footage at all? Why nominate and interview him for the Final Four? Zero issue using him to generate traffic and attention. It's hypocritical and a bullshit argument in this case. Now for the Taishan side of things. Just to clarify, I do think Taishan is an absolute amazing skater. His pop is truly freakish and undeniable. Opposite but comparable to Jaws in a way, where his ability to jump down shit is undeniable, but after you see it for the 20th time, it starts to lose its impact, pun intended. I think Jaws and Tyshawn both have some freakish genetic mutation in their legs or something, which allows normal human physics not to be applied to them in the same ways of normal human skaters. I get that you could say the same thing for Nyjah in being a one-dimensional freakish skater at one particular area, but even with his endless rails, statistically Nyjah over all of his parts and career still has far more variety on all levels. He can skate tranny, he can do proper manis, he can do ledge tech, and from time to time he even does some creative shit. Gifted Haters stated this sentiment in his SOTY video, which is now mysteriously gone, which is kind of sketchy. But yeah, his video is incredibly balanced and like objective, so I'm really confused as to why that's gone. But anyways, so for those who watched the Taishan couch interview on Thrasher, where Nak essentially states that it's impossible for anyone else to even win SOTY, something insanely disrespectful was just casually stated and not called out by anyone.
New company, only black owned skateboard company, right? Who else black owned? You know what I'm saying? Black owned, not inspired. Black owned, not black inspired. Think about that. Y'all know who we talking to. But anyway.
Taishan is now making the claim that he's the first ever black-owned skate company. If he truly cared about that, why would he just choose to ignore Kareem Campbell and City Stars? Remember the game Tony Hawk's Pro Skater by any chance? Probably far too young to remember the originals, but still, really, just ignoring Kareem. Also chooses to ignore Stevie Williams and DGK and his like $20 million net worth from DGK, and chooses to ignore Carl Watson and Max Allure. Seems he is more interested in bragging and puffing up his own ego over the facts of reality, ignoring OGs and where the industry and progression of skating came from. In my opinion, is just not a very good look. And just in general, he seems to be throwing a kind of passive-aggressive shade at a lot of the dudes who helped form his career and popularity. I don't know, man. Just the entitlement and absolute assumption that SOTY was his regardless. It's everything that people project onto Nyjah.
TJ could not be in the running for Skater of the Year. He the Skater of the Year. Like, you don't ever ask me no questions. And you know what side of the fence I'm staying on.
There's no formula. You don't need to drop 4, 5, 6 parts or whatever. Do what you want to do. Stand out.
It's not about the part. It's like, it's the impact.
And not that I give a shit when people call skating a sport, because it is and can be a sport in a sense. It is a very physical activity, but I got a shit ton of comments calling Nyjah not a skater, but a jock. Yeah, totally, dudes. Yeah, Nyjah is like not even a skater. He's totally just a jock. He's not a skater. Totally makes perfect sense. However you define skating doesn't change a person's skating, you idiots. Yet Taishan in the interviews explains skating as a sport and makes the analogy with the shit-talking in boxing and other sports, which I just find highly ironic when Nyjah is called the jock in all of this.
In other sports like basketball, like LeBron and them are like vocal about wanting to win. I want to win, like I'm gonna win. Like I feel like in skateboarding it's just like we'll shut up and see. And boxing, they have press conferences and it's like, you suck, like I'm gonna fuck you up, you was a bitch, da 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 da. Like what if skateboarding was like that in the sense of like, nigga, your part sucked, watch what my shit drop, nigga, you gonna lose, da da da, you know what I'm saying? Like that would be fire, that would make skating exciting.
So really, I guess this content is just giving Taishan what he wants. Nyjah's shit was objectively better, he deserved it. It was far less predictable and repetitive, especially since Taishan already got it in the year that Jocelyn also dropped a 30-minute utterly psychotic level and amount of footage, and along with Evan Smith also doing some utterly psychotic things. But all right, that's the closing chapter of my shit talk trilogy, so peace, I'm done.
It's like if they don't give it to him this year, he ain't never gonna get it.
I agree with you. That's real talk.
On some
I've never seen a part that gnarly.
Never.
I don't know. I gotta give it to Nyjah, man.
Yeah, dude.
Again, when's this cutoff?
People voted you fucking Skater of the Year.
Well, Nyjah won our poll.